are the flyers.
Shout out everybody. What's going on? We are on the Entrepreneur Enthusiast podcast. Yes. I got someone I consider a sister, Cathie Nicholas, in the house. She got her flyers up here. We'll definitely promote your business. We try to highlight different entrepreneurs up here and what they're doing and pretty much how they got to where they got to. So I know you've always been a dancer, but being a dancer is not an entrepreneur. Being a dance studio instructor is. So we're going to go back, but tell me about Cathie Nicholas Dance Studio and what you guys offer.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. So excited to be here. My name is Cathie Nicholas, Miss Cathie. But yes, I am the owner and director of Nicholas Dance Studio.
Nice.
We are a dance studio. We service ages 2 to 92 in ballet, tap, jazz, and hip hop, gymnastics. And we're also a rental space. You know, we are an open space for the community. So we do birthday parties, baby showers, meetings, photo shoots, recording sessions, whatever. We are for the arts. We're for the artists. And it took a long journey to get here. Actually, right now in this moment, the building is in construction. We are renovating. We are expanding. And I need to go meet my worker after this. But yes, it's a beautiful thing. And again, it's been a journey.
And so adding to that journey, you didn't necessarily, I don't know if you wanted to say, I wanted to always open my own dance studio. This was not something you were doing before. Right. You were, you've always been a dancer at heart.
Always.
But what made you say, you know what, I'm actually going to open a dance studio? What was that tipping point?
Yeah, so not really, more than a dancer at heart, but a dancer in the physical. I've always danced. We've known each other since the first grade.
First grade.
And you know me, I've always danced. At school, at the Pledge of Allegiance ceremonies, at back to school night, at Black History Month, I was always dancing.
You was like the first famous person I know because you was on the B2K tour and all that.
Yeah, that was when we got in middle school, early 2000s, we telling our age. But yes, so even from a young age, I was in a Tupac music video.
Yeah.
I've been dancing for forever. And I've always loved it. It was never a chore to me. As you know, everybody may not know, but I am the granddaughter of Fayard Nicholas of the Nicholas brothers. Yep. So dance is in my DNA. If you're in the Nicholas household, you dancing. Even my nieces now, they barely can walk. My nephew is 1 year old, and I'm putting tap shoes on him. That's just a thing. So you were dancing in my household. But my sister and I toured the world as the Nicholas sisters all throughout high school and all the way up until she got to college, and she hated it.
Yeah.
She did not like dancing. She did not like dance class. She did not like performing. She did not like the costumes. None of that. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And dancers, we're creatives. We are those people who don't have the box and literally make moves for a living.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's auditions and rejections, and it's not your time, and a million no's, but these people get up every day because of the passion for dance.
Absolutely.
So I love dancing. My sister did not. She went to Stanford at 16. She wanted to be an astronautical engineer, so she has an engineering degree from Stanford. She was that student.
And I'm opposite from dancing.
Right. I'm like, where's the party? I'm trying to turn up and dance. In 2001, I went to the Debbie Allen Dance Academy.
Got it.
Yes, when she opened up, I was right there. In the next 16 years, I was her choreography assistant and the tap teacher at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy. So that is what I did. I learned so much from Debbie. She is an amazing person, literally the queen of entertainment, and I was her right hand. I directed Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. I worked with Mariah Carey, Kendrick Lamar, Chris Brown. You name it, we went there. We traveled to the country, and it was such an amazing time.
And one thing you hit on as an entrepreneur is you were working for her for 16 years.
16 years,
yeah, that's heavy. So you really got to learn the ins and outs of what it takes to own the business side of it.
Well, see, that's the tricky part because I was the choreography assistant. So I learned more of the ins and outs of the entertainment, like how to get your stage extended, how to talk to fire marshals, how to, know the ticket sales. Just different things in the entertainment space, but not really so much the business.
Got it.
Yeah, she has a lot of people working for her, and I will just say if there's one thing I didn't learn from her was the business side of it. Yeah, so I can create a whole tour, a whole Olympic ceremony, but would definitely have to have my mom look at those numbers, look at that contract, and get a little help.
Got it. So you saw that, and then you said, okay, whatever it was, I'm gonna get out and then do this on my own.
Yeah, well, I just got that itch.
Yeah,
after 16 years, I had literally done all I could do there. At one point, I did ask for like a higher position or something different, other than dance, other than the stage, just to see like what the other world was like. She wasn't trying to give it up.
Yeah.
And then I just got that itch. My children were getting older. My husband was getting a promotion. I mean, just life was happening.
You just wanted to do more.
I just wanted to do more. And at the end of the day, really, really, I wanted to be in charge of my own finances and my own schedule. In
hindsight, we'll go back. Was it worth it?
Totally worth it.
So we can stay there.
Totally worth it. It's the best decision I've made. I've never made so much money consistently in amount of time. I can hire a sub and go to my children's back to school nights. I can make baseball on Saturdays. Like, I can just be in charge of my own schedule and put other people in a position to be there in my absence.
The coolest thing about entrepreneurship is owning your own time.
Yes.
Now that doesn't come with, I can just do everything, but it's like school. Certain school, I have to turn my homework in this day.
Yes.
Or turn your homework whenever you want, get your grade, and you're good.
Absolutely. Just the other day, I was mopping at 4 a.m.
Mopping at 4 a.m. Shout out to that.
Yes.
I had an entrepreneur tell me one time that they were too good to take out the trash.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, you don't get it.
No, Miss Cathie's hands on.
Yeah,
I do it all. I do it all. I mean, I am the teacher of majority of the classes.
Yeah.
But I wipe noses. I change the toilet paper roll. I take out the trash.
How did you come about finding your space? Because I know you're close to where you were working. You're close to where you grew up.
Where I live.
So how did that happen? God did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time. My son went to a new barber. Yeah. His barber went. I still don't know. Where you at, barber? I don't even know. But I found a barber shop right on the corner, right by Old Dada, right there. And it was actually across the street from my nail shop that I've gone to since I was 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
Same nail shop. So 3 doors down, there was a door open and music was playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's that? Who's turning up on Crenshaw? Who is that? Because, it's my area.
Yeah.
I grew up here, went to Crenshaw High School. Shout out to the Cougars.
Shout out Cougars.
Yes. Saw music, heard music. Walked over there, looked in the door, and saw people dancing.
Yeah.
Saw kids dancing. And I will just say, this is 2 weeks after I told Debbie I was out.
You were out, okay.
2 weeks
So you're
later,
still just trying to figure it out.
I was trying to figure it out. Well, long story short, while I was also teaching at Dada, I was teaching in the LA Unified School District.
Got it.
I was kind of doing my own thing as Miss Cathie. Yeah. And, people were just like, where can I get more of you?
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Debbie's, but her prices don't work for me. It's a little too much, strict curriculum. Where can I go to get more of you? And I was like, well, we do privates and all of that. But I knew I was going to go more into the schools. I had a hookup. I had a program. I had the whole thing. And we were going to get into the school districts. But I saw the kids dancing, and apparently there's this dance studio that has been on Crenshaw for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Called Dancers in Motion. Her father owned the space. He bought it around the 40s. Black people. He's owned it. He's held on to it.
And you never knew about it?
I never knew about it. Never knew about it. And it's been there. So it had mirrors. It had a floor. It had bars. It had a restroom. And my landlord, she was the assistant principal at Crenshaw High School, and she ran the dance and the cheer department there.
Nice.
And that was just a space that she had, whether it was raining or the football players took over the dance room or whatever. She had a dance and a movement space for the girls at Crenshaw who wanted to dance. She was getting out of it. Her daughter was graduating school, and long story short, 5 days later, I signed the lease.
Wow.
4273.
How... For all the aspiring entrepreneurs, how difficult was it to sign the lease? Is it just, what does it take to get a space, a brick and mortar?
Oh my gosh. Well, again, God did.
And I speak to that because I was talking to a friend of mine, Kimmy at Yale Fitness.
Yes.
And she was talking about how she got her space. And even with my space here, and a large part of being an entrepreneur is following faith and just manifesting, because it will come. If you force it, it won't be right. But a lot of it in these conversations has been, it just happened and I manifested it and it's come. So speak to me on how you even got the lease to get your space.
I mean, that is really it. It was really faith. I told my mom's into real estate and entertainment law, so she's all about numbers and places, and so I always trust her, you know, especially with the big things. But she knew it. She said, I'm praying for this space. This is it. This is your space. And she said, you're not going to be here forever. Like, this is your startup space, and do it. Like, just do it. And I will just say, I've had an amazing landlord. She didn't ask for check stubs she had the first and last, but tax returns, like references. She just knew that I love the arts. She believed in me. She knew I had a little backing, you know, from teaching in the schools and at Dada, and she just believed in me. A lot of times it's just reaching out to the landlord, because we've learned that it's easier to get a commercial space than a residential space. Oh, yes. Like 10 times easier to get your business going. And I mean, if it fails, it fails. But at least you got that hump and you tried. Yes. So you went in there and then you revitalized the space, got it up to par. Yeah, so my business opened at the end of 2018. Oh, literally, September 2018. Actually, in like 10 days, September 25th. So congratulations, happy anniversary. 4th anniversary. But yeah, so right at the end of the year, we had a little Christmas program. And actually, your daughter was my first student. Oh, wow. Yeah. Shout out to, we support small local businesses over here. Oh, yes, my first student. As soon as I saw it, let me sign up. You did, and you came, and the parking lot was crazy, but you were like, is this it? Is this it? I'm like, yeah, here we are. With it. You were, and she was in our first little recital. We had a Christmas showcase right after that. And then 2019 was kind of our first full year, you know, our first summer, our first spring, our first all of that. And then we did really good numbers, and then obviously COVID hit. Yeah. We shut down for about 4 or 5 months because I didn't know what was going on. You know, I have kids at home who were on Zoom classes and all of that. But Zoom school, yes. But the parents, my parents were not my parents, my studio parents, my students' parents were calling me, begging me to open back up. They're like, I'm sick of these kids. Yes, we need something. And I got a neighbor, I got a niece, and I got a cousin who could come in and take classes as well. So I will just say during COVID, our numbers tripled. Yeah, kids needed something to do. Kids needed something to do. Yeah. And again, obviously, our big brand is kids, but we do adults too. We have senior classes, so the seniors needed something to do. I think I got a senior in there too. Yes, you do. Yeah. She's so sweet. She's amazing. But you know, they needed to get out the house. Everybody was on their weight loss journey. Everybody was trying to dance and sweat and, you know, get creative ways to just get out the house. I think it's important that we highlight, because you were with Debbie Allen. Yes. Now you're in a space where you didn't even know this space existed. But supporting the small business creates an ecosystem in our communities. And I think that's very important, that we don't know. A lot of times people are like, well, this may be rink-a-dink, or it doesn't look like what it's supposed to. That's because they don't have the money to do it. But if you support them, if they have the energy and the passion, then they will get it going. Not everybody has that big dollar to establish. So you don't have to give a dollar amount. How much time, sweat, equity did it take to just get going? Like, now you talking all of this, like, what did it take? Well, obviously, I will just say my product is strong. I can dance. Like, I can dance. I can teach. I'm compassionate. I am passionate. I know I have a strong gift with little ones. You know, we have a tiny tappers program that's ages 2 to 6. And everybody loves Miss Cathie, because not only does it teach dance, but we teach discipline. We teach right from left, up and down, your neck, your shoulders, your knees. But I can charge my prices, and I can do what I do because I'm 30 years in this game. You're a product of it. I am a product. You are an expert. You're putting in 10,000 hours plus. I am a master. Yeah, you are a master. I am a master. I teach master classes. I travel all over the world to do what I do. So the fact that I am not going anywhere, I'm right in my community, literally, again, across the street from my nail shop. I can do that because I am a product of my environment. I am a product of parents who believed in my gift and my talent. I'm a product of public schools. I'm a product of not giving up on your dreams. I will just say, even right before we filmed this, I was watching Cheryl Lee Ralph's Emmy speech for like the 15th time. It was so fantastic. She just kept telling people, never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. You will find somebody one day who will believe in you. I'm like Quinta Bronson. She is a quarter of her age, right? Half her age. And she believed in her and wrote this amazing program and has fed so many families. What would you say to your younger self now
you know, to take that leap and all the nerves that you had, what would you say it will take the leap to go into becoming an true entrepreneur?
Yeah, I will just say, younger self, I am proud of you. We did not see ourselves here. Go, Cathie, go. One thing that I would change, though, because also when I started my business, my sister was in business school. So I was kind of like her guinea pig, you know, and just like,
shout out to Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole Nicholas. Yes. I was her guinea pig. So everything that she was learning, she was like, have you done this? Have you done this? Did you do this? Let me see this. Forward me this.
Nice.
Send this Google Doc. Where is this? Where is this? I wish I took that a little more seriously.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be mad at me, but I will say I am a business who did not have a business plan.
Yeah.
I didn't have a business plan.
we won't talk about that, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's important.
It's important because now that we're 4 years in it and I'm trying to get grants and get, you know, business credit and all of that, I'm late in the game, so I'm catching up.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay. There are people, it's okay. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But I definitely wish I had those things lined up before I was like, come on.
I'm glad you touched on that. I would just say it's very important to start with a business plan.
Yes.
Because just like when you're a kid, you do a science project, you start with a hypothesis. And you have to know what you're dealing with before you jump into it to know, is this what you want to do? Because you might find out, you know, I'm not going to make any money doing this and I shouldn't do this. So, no, I'm glad you spoke on that.
Absolutely. And I will just say, the further confirmation for me opening up Nicholas Dance Studio is my daughter.
Yeah.
I am actually the co-founder of Nicholas Dance Studio. My daughter, shout out to you, is now a senior in high school. So when we were, the summer of 2018, she was in the Los Angeles Urban League Biz Camp. Yeah. They have an entrepreneur camp for kids in high school, and she was a part of it. Yeah. And they had to create a business. At the end of the 6-week program, you have to create a business. Yeah. A PowerPoint slideshow, you have to show numbers, where you want to be, the market rate, the competitive businesses. Yes.
How old was she at the time?
She was in the 8th grade.
Not too young.
So maybe 12, 13, something like that summer. And of course, naturally, because she's a Nicholas, her business was a dance studio.
Man,
her business was a dance studio. So she did it. Yes. She put it out. We still have the poster today. We still have all of those things. And I was like, literally, because I was getting that itch at Dada. I knew the school district, trying to figure it out. And then it was like, it's right here. It's right here. Amazing. My mom was like, you have to. You have to. Yeah.
This was a great conversation. And I don't want to get too much into veggies because I like to bring people back. Yes. Because being an entrepreneur, there's so many layers. So the initial part is, just do it. And then the other part is how you got into the crevices of really doing stuff. And there's so much to unpack in that. And we're gonna leave that to the listeners. Where can people find you online?
Everywhere. Yeah. Nicholas Dance Studio. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We have a website. You could call, you could pull up. Always ask for Miss Cathie. But yes, Nicholas spelled Nicholas.
We're going to put it in the lower thirds.
There you go. Yes. Dance studio.
And her class schedule.
Yeah, class schedule. Ages 2 to 92. And we'll take you if you're 93. Come on.
Love it.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Well, Cathie, thank you for having this conversation with me.
No problem.
We love you guys. We love you to come back.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Entrepreneur Enthusiast, where we inspire and help entrepreneurs grow and become their true entrepreneur self. You don't always have to jump into it. You can be a 9-to-5er, you can be a full-timer, but whatever you do, just do it. Thank you for coming to the podcast, and shout out to Cathie.
Hey.
Yeah.